Good morning, happy Monday. Today I'm going to talk about what progesterone deficiency is and how you can fix it with food. If you're new to my videos, my name is Brianne Callanan. I've earned my Doctor of Naturopathic Medicine. I'm a mom of 2, and my main focus is hormone balancing and sustainable weight loss for women. And one of the things that is coming up time and time again with people that I talk to is signs and symptoms of progesterone deficiency. So what is that? Well, that is changes to your cycle, such as spotting, PMS symptoms, becoming more irritable, anxiety specifically related to your cycle is something that can happen as well, low sex drive, resistance weight loss, all those things can be a sign of progesterone deficiency, especially if it correlates with your cycle. Hot flashes, headaches, these can be a sign of progesterone deficiency as well, but the great thing is we can help boost our progesterone just with foods. And you might have heard me talk about this in another video when I talked about seed cycling. So what is seed cycling? Essentially it is consuming certain seeds at the first 14 days of your cycle and different seeds at the second 14 days of your cycle. So the first half of your cycle is when estrogen is at its highest. If we are looking to balance hormones, we need to support what the body's already doing. So the first 2 weeks, you're going to be consuming seeds such as flax seeds and pumpkin seeds to help boost your estrogen. But at the second half of the cycle, we really need to focus on progesterone because this is going to help you with all those low progesterone symptoms that you might have had that we talked about before. So, second half of the cycle, we are going to be focusing on sesame seeds and sunflower seeds. And I have this amazing recipe which I love, and it has pumpkin in it because it's fall, even though it's like we're having a second summer here, and I'm so excited about it. So this recipe has sesame seeds and sunflower seeds in it, so it really helps at that second half of the cycle to boost progesterone naturally for you. So what are we going to do to make these energy balls? If you want the recipe, tag a friend below and I am happy to send it to you. Our first ingredient is going to be half a cup of coconut flour. Coconut flour you can get in the organic natural section. I actually bought all of these ingredients at Walmart because it's significantly cheaper, and now they have a huge organic section, which is awesome. So I have my half a cup of coconut flour, and I'm gonna get it out of here. Then we're gonna add half a cup of pumpkin. Pumpkin is amazingly rich in fiber. You need to get just pureed pumpkin, not the pumpkin pie mix that has the sugar and the spices already added. We're gonna add our own spices, and we are going to add some Callanan maple syrup. Has to be Callanan's. No, I'm just kidding, it doesn't, but pure maple syrup for sure. So we have our coconut flour, half a cup, and then we have a cup of pumpkin puree. Amazing for you. Then we are going to add quarter cup of tahini. What is tahini? All tahini is a liquid. It's just ground sesame seeds. Tahini is expensive in the stores and it's hard to find. What I would recommend doing is just making it at home on your own. It's so easy to do. That's what's literally in my food processor right now. All I did was I took a cup of sesame seeds and I lightly toasted them on a dry pan. And then after they were lightly toasted, not brown, and they burn really quick, so watch out. Then I added a couple tablespoons of oil to it. I used grapeseed oil. I just like the flavor better than olive oil in my pumpkin bites. And I added a little bit of salt. And then you can keep this tahini and use it for salad dressings. You can put it on chicken, whatever you like. The tahini is great, and it'll keep for about a month in your refrigerator. So after you have your tahini, your pumpkin pie puree, your coconut flour, you're just gonna mix that all up until it gets to a nice paste. And after we have that all, it's coming together, I would suggest that you double this recipe actually, and you can leave a whole bunch of them in your freezer. These will keep for about 5 days in your fridge, but you can always keep them in the freezer so that every cycle you can just pull out some more to really give yourself that added progesterone boost, which is going to help you feel calmer, be a little bit more loving to your loved ones. If that's something that you've noticed a change with, this is really, really going to help you. So we've got that all pasted together. You're going to add 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. I really like cinnamon, so I just kind of dump it in. And we're gonna add maple syrup. Can't believe we go through maple syrup here like crazy, and my mother-in-law and father-in-law actually own a maple syrup farm, and it's like literally 2 minutes down the road, and we run out of maple syrup all the time. So I'm actually out today, so I'm gonna be adding honey. We have honey in our backyard, which is super cool, nice and local. I'm gonna add my honey now. Honey. So this entire recipe only has a couple tablespoons of sugar. You can also use, if you don't want to use maple syrup or honey, you can use stevia is great as well. So you're just gonna add in your honey. If you're on here, let me know, say hi, tell me where you're from. Again, those signs of progesterone deficiency are low sex drive, headache, resistant weight loss, irritability, spotting, difficulties getting pregnant, or just noticing any sign of PMS. Like, we should be able to go through our cycles and not notice anything except for the obvious, but we shouldn't have really big changes in our moods, shouldn't have heavy periods, shouldn't have cramping. That all is not normal. Being excessively tired around your menstrual cycle isn't normal as well, and there's things that you can do to help with that. So after you have everything in here, it's gonna come together in a paste. So this is just your tahini, your pumpkin, your coconut flour, and you're just gonna roll them into balls. And then remember, the 2 seeds that have the added progesterone effects, the progesterone boost, which you want, are your sunflower and your sesame. So I have my sunflower and sesame just combined in a bowl, and I'm going to roll my bites in it. They're sticky right now because of the pumpkin, so this will really help to make them not so sticky. And as you can see, it's messy, but the seeds stick, and these are so tasty. You could add some vanilla, some nutmeg, whatever you want, and just keep these in your fridge and have a couple of them on days 14 through 18 of your cycle when you really need that progesterone boost. Again, if you want the recipe, just tag a friend and I'm happy to send it for you. Have a great day, guys.